fence is hooked up, running. These guys love this tall grass, this big grass. All right, I'm out here putting in some new posts to run the poly tape out here to give the steers this area. It's the grasses are really big, but it's thin, you know what I mean? So you can see the ground underneath them. It's great for cover if you're trying to hide, but they make pretty quick work of it. They can sense what's coming. They're all hanging out down in this corner. But they got this section yesterday, and you can see the difference when you step out. There's still some stalks here that they can work on, but they're looking accusingly at me. So I'm going to give them this, and we'll see how long it takes them to eat that down. I'm guessing they'll have it all done in one day, maybe two tops. Oh yeah, this is not going to last long. They are very happy. Happy steers. Got to put away all the stuff that I just unhooked. Actually turn the fence on. Don't tell them it's not on. And then just get to some other stuff. The little ones are still doing good. And it's it's 80 in here right now, but it's going to get down to 60 something tonight, 67, 68. They'd probably be all right, but I think I'm going to just keep the heat lamp on for another couple nights. Out here in the wetlands on the west property line, and I've just finished making the connection for our north to south unroll of the fence material on the west property line. The west property line is actually like 50 more yards that way, but I couldn't get out there because it was too wet. So we set the stake here. This is where I used the T-post corner, and it worked really well for this very long run for pulling tension, and it didn't really move. So I was really happy about that. Now I'm going to pull it 90 degrees off to go down a much shorter run this way. But I've got it all tied up here, and so we'll just see how this goes. I can't get the tractor back here, so I'll end up setting up a winch and something over here that I can manually crank to try and pull tension on the fence. But I think based on the first run, I don't think this one's going to be a problem at all. Don't know what it is, but there's something right in these bushes. Could be a tortoise. Could be a snake. Whatever it is, fight's over, man. There it is, all locked up. Next length is going to be quite a bit shorter. Getting after it a little early this morning. Got to move both the steers and the hens this morning. They have taken this field down. I left them out here for 2 days. They've eaten most of it. They eat the leafy part. And then the stalk is just, they can probably eat it, but it's just not to their liking. But that's fine, because I'm just going to move them down to the next section that's growing out of control. And ultimately what I'll do is I'll come through here either with, I might be able to do it with the mower, but if not that, then the rotary cutter on the tractor, and just cut all this stuff down and let it start over again from scratch. By the way, this is the area that the cattle were originally in, the steers were originally in, that the chickens came in. It got beat up pretty good. This front section's grown in pretty well. The area in the shade back there, it's coming in, but a lot slower. Hazy morning here. Basically what I do when I'm moving the steers around is, doing it one hand is harder, is just take a look at how the grass is growing, where I want them, and then just think about the geometry of the pens, where I want the perimeter line, how I'm going to move it, and then just work through how do I move the poly tape with the minimum amount of effort to achieve that end state. So it's really not bad. Sometimes it's just time consuming. So here I'm picking up fence posts, and I'll realign them to go in the direction I want them to go. And so on and so on. Well, that went well. The fence is hooked up, running. These guys love this tall grass, this big grass. I don't know if it's aged, like it's so mature that the nutritional value in it has dropped. I'm not exactly sure how it works with this type of grass, but they get excited to get out there. You can just see them getting their little cow snouts, big cow snouts, into that stuff. So here's the hens. They are in this area that was all steers before, and they've about cleaned it out. So next I need to move them out into those woods. So that'll be an adventure. I haven't put them in there before. Okay, so I'm just gonna pick up the fencing, tow them out there, reset the fencing, and that'll be it. All right, got the girls set up here in this section of woods, which will become a really nice bit of pasture eventually. Go check on the girls, collect some eggs. Crowd is gathering in anticipation of the event. Got to give the rooster his. He's the boss man. Oh, start swaying a little bit like that. Legs there. None. Hen. Eggs. Somebody ate one. It's not good. All right, I'll just take the eggs. And ma'am, I'm gonna leave you alone for now, okay? I'm gonna take out the remnants of this egg that somebody ate, which is very fresh. Darn it. I'm gonna give you a little bit of chicken love. Okay. We'll see you later. All right, I got a problem with my grill. First of all, grill cover, trash. Second problem, all the stuff inside here is all rusted out and dead. So I got to replace all of the covers, the heat shields, and then the elements themselves are not running too good, so I need to replace those as well. So 2 elements, 2 sets of heat shields. All right, got all the dirt cleaned out from there, get everything just thrown into a bag. These are all little lava rocks that go on the bottom, so just separate those out with your fingers when you go in. I washed my hands before I did this. So it looks like what I'm gonna do is pull the pins on the end there, lift them up, slide them out, see if they disconnect from the sparkers here, the igniters, and then just reassemble with new components. All right, got the elements out. These are just some pins that go in the back. They come through, and then the elements themselves go over them, and we're cotter pinned in, so I got that out. And then I just had to unclip the igniters from the elements. And so now I'll take the new ones. This is a new one. It's not a perfect match, and it's adjustable, right? So it's meant to match. So I'll just measure it up and then reverse the process and install it. Got the burner elements replaced in here. That wasn't too big a deal. The only thing is these igniters don't, it's like this is rotated 90 degrees, so they don't line up. I want you to put it on the bottom, but I can't because of the way the burner element sits in there. So they're on top. They may not work. I may end up having to use one of those clickers. Next to go on will be the heat tent or the shield. These are adjustable. You know, slide in and out. So the idea is you find the right size, then you crimp them on the side to hold them in place. My only issue is I don't think these are going to work, so I may have to do a little cutting to make them fit. But you know, that's what you got to do. Okay, those are in. It's a little bit ugly, especially down here. What it is, I took the old one and I just set it on top, and then I used a set of metal snips to cut it, and I did a not great job, but I did a good enough job that it works. So I don't know how long that's going to last, but that's it. So I'm just going to drop the lava rocks back in and boink, put in the grill. There it is, rock and roll, all done. Little time consuming. The clickers, as I feared, are not lighting the burners, and so we're down to the magic stick when we need to use it. So I checked it, just stick it down like that, it ignites on each side. So good to go, and a new cover for it. All right, there it is. Next project. Here's my next challenge. The next thing I'm fixing, this wheel here, the little washer, the bracket that goes on here broke off at some point, so the wheel falls off after a while. So I'm just going to drill a hole and put a cotter pin through that. I cut the wheel off, and all right, got a hole drilled through, which is perfect for the cotter pin. And there it is, final product. Looks good. Next. List of next may be short. Yeah, we'll go till it starts raining, I think. Well, this is what these big old monsters have made of this pasture area today. Before, after. All right, got some rain. It's good. We had some yesterday afternoon too. That was a lot. That was several hours worth. But we need it. We need it. Excuse me, madam. Why are you out? That's not okay. That's not okay. You are way too far from your rooster, lady. He can't protect you over here. See? He just told you that. Get going. Go on. There she goes. All right, everybody's in bed. So we got things done here. A little bit of fence, a little bit of repairs, a little bit of moving some animals around, getting people fed. It's pretty much the routine. And it's good. There's a lot more work to do in order to make that even simpler. But that'll come in time. Good rain today. Partly cloudy skies tonight. Should be a nice day tomorrow. Hopefully not too hot. I think it's only supposed to get into the mid 80s. So that'll be really nice. And yeah. I think we're gonna call it a night. That's it from here. Talk to you guys later.